my peoples? It's your boy E here, man. Now, I just want to say this to all the people out there who may be going through something in your life, who may have taken the L in whatever way possible, and who may have feel like they failed. Just know that with every L you take, there is a lesson within it. So just because you feel like you failed, you feel like you took this L, that doesn't mean that defines what your life is going to be. That's just what you had to go through for the moment. Every L is a lesson. Every L gives you some sort of nugget of information, some sort of, some sort of new, just way of seeing shit. Like every time you go through moments like these, it gives you a new outlook. Your consciousness is growing because it's showing you things. Because I'm gonna tell you like now, it's some things that you wouldn't have found out about certain things unless you took this L, unless you went through this moment of having your lesson, this moment of whatever failure you think you took. Some things you wouldn't have even found out. See, you wouldn't have found out that some of those people that you thought had your back didn't have your back if you wouldn't have took the L. You wouldn't have found out about that. They would have been acting like everything's all good. But because you had this little moment of taking some sort of L, because you had this moment, you wound up figuring things out. You wound up seeing people acting different. You wound up seeing people giving you the cold shoulder, not responding to you, leaving you out in the cold. Matter of fact, starting up arguments with you out of nowhere, doing certain things that you know that they don't normally do, but they're doing now because you've took some sort of L. And now they feel like this is the time to kick you while you down. You get to see all that. Guess what? You wouldn't have seen it all if you wouldn't have had this moment of failure. And I'm doing the quotes because, everybody looks at those failures like that means you failed in life. You didn't fail in life. You just had a lesson. You had a teachable moment. You had a lesson that came across that, guess what? Now that you went through it and you figure out what you see what this lesson is saying to you, now you start to make adjustments. Now you start to try to do things different. Maybe now you don't do this because this leads to that. Whatever. But whatever you go through, you're going to get something out of it. Even if you go through it 10, 20 times, there's something new that comes from it. And you still are not the same person. Even though you may have fell back, even if you would have fell back into some shit, you fell back into it not being the same person. You're a different person now. Remember when you fell into it the first time and it hurt like hell? And then you fall back into it maybe the 10th time again, if it went that long. And guess what? Now it don't even feel like that like it did the first time when it hurt and made you cry and all that shit. Now you don't feel... See, so even when you fall back into it, you're not the same. You're different every time. You come out with something to gain. You come out with something that you gain from every moment that you took that L. So whether people want to say that you keep feeling or not, just know that you keep getting the fuck back up to continue to try again. And just understand, man, there are millionaires, there are billionaires out there who failed at a lot of things before they became a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, they failed a lot of times at trying to do something. And a lot of them said they had to keep on going. Guess what? They failed. That time they failed, it taught them not to do a certain thing that they did the last time when they tried it again. And guess what? If that failed, now they see another little angle that don't work, and let's not do that no more. See, they tried. They tried and maybe they failed, but guess what? It was just a lesson. It wasn't really a failure. It was just a learning curve, something to add on to what their mind didn't have at first. You know what I'm saying? So just understand this, man. Whatever loss you took, it's not the end of you. It was just a moment. And this too shall pass. And you shall get through it. And once you're on the other side, just be ready to see the new you that comes out of it, that comes from it. Okay? So, with that being said, I do want to say I love you all, man. And I'm out. Peace.